Hey guys, so yesterday I did a video of everything you need to know about the Team of the Year event for NHL 20, but I wanted to do a market tips video for this event because it is confusing to a lot of people even after my video as to how the event works and what the correct value is, and I'm getting a ton of questions of, I'm pulling X player. Should I keep him? Should I sell him? So I wanted to go in depth along with providing some context from the developers and looking at the market. I'm using PlayStation and go over what I think that you guys should do to maximize your situations that you have, whether you're a free-to-play player or someone who has, you're hut rich, as to what you should do for this event. So let's jump into it and see if I can't break it down a little bit further for you guys. All right, guys, so to recap, one of every position is going to win a Team of the Year. Let's call them Team of the Year Master Set items, okay? And they will get a boosted +8 and then match every single overall they get for the rest of the year, acting like Movember cards from prior games. So what will happen is one of these position players, they're all going to get their upgrades and whatnot. Now, the 30 remaining players that don't get it they're gonna switch their value, okay? So let's say Kucherov wins, McDavid wins, Ovechkin wins for forwards, okay? Now, each master set card is going to have 5 random nominees that you can trade in. You don't need to trade in all 5. That was my mistake prior to the video. You only need to trade in one of them, and then the corresponding amount of gold collectibles. So the amount of gold collectibles is going to depend on the overall of the player. So if Nikita Kucherov wins, gets the +8, he is going to require more gold collectibles than, let's say, David Pastrnak, because as Pastrnak gets an upgrade, he's only going to get boosted to a 91 originally before, any other cards come out in the future. But to make the set, it will cost more for a David Pastrnak over Nikita Kucherov, depending on who wins. Okay, now, also on top of that, it's going to require, again, one random nominee card, and we do not know which ones will go to which ones. Okay, so it's not any card for each one. It's 5 that will be assigned at random, okay, that will be used then for Nikita Kucherov. So I'm going to use this as an example, okay, just a complete example, okay? So let's say Kucherov wins, right? There might be an option where it's Barkov, Gulas, Kane, Leish, and Giannone, okay? And you need to trade in one of these as well as, let's say, 15 to 20 gold collectibles. So that puts you kind of in a weird position, because if you have pulled one of these cards, okay, this is what I'm going to recommend. If you pull any card, to be honest, any card, I would sell them if you think that they're going to win. So if you pull a Kucherov, McDavid's really tough. I think he will win, but again, I'll do a predictions video in a little bit. But if you pull, let's say, McKinnon or Matthews, it's very difficult to see them win. You should sell them because they will be at their peak. Now, if you pull a good strategy that if you want a shot, if you want to play and roll the dice, you want to be involved in this event, let's say you have a ton of gold collectibles you've been saving, okay? So now what you're going to have to shift your focus to is hopefully you have one of the nominee cards that is going to be required to play, to trade in. So here's what I would recommend you do, because there's no way to know. You're just guessing, and I don't want to give you guys, especially players that don't have a ton of hut coins, or maybe you're not hut rich, or you don't spend a ton of money in the game. I don't want to say, hey, go get this card because there's a good shot at pulling it, because then you've just wasted hundreds of thousands of coins. It's stupid to do that. So what I would consider the best bet, if you are dead set on being involved in this event, there is so much risk to this event. Alone with, let's just think, because it's only one position and not 3 forward spots, at center alone, you've got to guess between McDavid, Matthews, Crosby, McKinnon, and Draisaitl, who all, have their reasonings as to why they should be the Team of the Year for 2019. It's from January 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2019. Okay, guys? So just keep that in mind. So what I would recommend, if you are dead set on being involved in this event, here's what you do. You go and you search for Team of the Years that are under 200K. The cheapest one right now, Lonardo Giannone, okay, the goaltender. You're not going to, he's an 86 overall goalie. He's 6 foot. His aggression's really low, so you might get away with using him regardless. He's not going to win goaltender of the year, All right, it's probably going to be Binnington or Vasilevsky. I'll get into that again in another video. But you can spend $180K on this and then wait and see. You have no idea if, let's say, McDavid wins, and he is one of the cards that you can trade in for Connor McDavid. His price will skyrocket, okay? Not only that, you could potentially make the Connor McDavid. So no matter what, if you have one of these nominee cards, you are going to have a shot at making one of the sets. And the reason why I'm saying is go get this guy, or maybe if you want to spend a little bit and you don't want Lonardo Giannone, because a lot of people will have it, which I totally understand, is, you could spend a little bit more money and get a different card. But if you, to be honest, and that's if you're dead set on being involved in the event. What I would totally stay away from, okay? Totally stay away from is going to the sets, all right, and then trading in 13 gold collectibles for a random card, because what'll happen there is that's $650K in value, almost $700K in value in gold collectibles, all right, to get a random one that might be, let's say you get Lonardo Giannone, you have 200K or 170K you could sell them for, or, you'll have one where you could have just spent 200 and been fine. And if you do the choice set, again, you have no idea who EA is going to pick. No one does. Obviously, McDavid is the best center and should win, but you really have no idea. This is a totally different format, and if he doesn't, then a lot of people are out millions of coins that have invested in him. So it's just something to keep in mind. Don't do these sets. This event is cool. I like this idea. I think that the problem people have with this event is it's because it's called Team of the Year. The problem with this event is let's pretend that the normal Team of the Year, like as we know it, was called Team of the Season, okay? And this event is new and it's called Team of the Year, and it just highlights the year that was. That's totally fine. I think a lot of people have the problem with it is because a normally beloved event, is no longer going to be the same. They would not have released this event if they did not have contingency plans for what's going to happen in the future. They have been trying to break the monotony that is the cycle in this game. When Team of the Year comes out, awesome. Interest spikes in the game. It's great. It's an awesome event. All these players get added in. It marks the end of the game. Like, Team of the Year comes out, you get some cool cards for a little while, you have a 99 team, and then that's it. Like, that to me isn't the best way to go about it. It should be a long, like an arc, as opposed to like this like kind of like bump and then Team of the Year, right? Like, I just think that there's smarter ways to do it, and because this is called Team of the Year, that's why it's getting such a bad connotation to it, because it's the old Team of the Year of the past was done differently, and it is a much different event. But this isn't a bad event, let's say. It's just too risky, and we don't know how it's going to work and how it's going to play out. This year, there's been so many market adjustments. If you think back to even the first weekend of launch, when the classic cards came out and master set players like Rantanen and Dahlin came out, they dropped in value as they did all the time in prior games, because then the next event would have higher overall rated cards that were better. That wasn't the case this year. They kept a low ceiling on the overalls, right? And it kept Rantanen. Rantanen went way up in value, and the market didn't adjust for that early on, because I believe I got Rantanen for like 250K in the second week, whereas after the event was over, he's 400 to 500K for like a month. So we don't know how this event is going to go. I just know that I would try and avoid it as best as possible. If I packed any of these cards, I would sell them, because at least you are guaranteeing yourself a good player down the road, and you're not hoping on EA's luck that you've guessed right. But if you are dead set on the event, I would go and grab the cheapest under 200K nominee that I could, and they might drop even more because, who knows, and this event hasn't, happened before, but then at least you're guaranteed a shot at one of, the Team of the Year master set items, along with gold collectibles, obviously. But if you are someone who's free to play and you pack one of these guys, you've just cashed in, an awesome check to build a much better team, as opposed to just hoping and waiting. And what if McDavid doesn't win? What if Pasternak beats out Kucherov? What if somehow John Carlson doesn't win? What if Vasilevsky gets beat out by Binnington? You have no idea. And until we see how this event is run and done in its entirety, it's just very tough to give you guys advice. But like I said, there is a way around it, and it's by, you want to be involved in the event, spend under 200K, grab Lonardo Giannone or whatever other ones throughout the week that are very cheap, and then you've at least got a piece of the action, and you can hopefully, then he, is used for one of them. He might be used for the goalie, and we don't know that, but who knows? At least you have an option at it, and, there it is. The last thing I want to say, I did mention this in my video, and I've gotten a ton of praise for it and a lot of props, is these blue packs. You can open 5 of them a day, all right? They're 5,000 coins, all right? They're 5 rounds, and it'll include at least 2 gold players, right? But the probabilities are pretty sweet because you get 25% chance at an 82 overall player. For guys that don't have a ton of coins, I would do this pack 5 times a day. And the reason for it is you can pull Team of the Year guys. All it takes is one pull, and you've just cashed in huge. And even if you don't, there's still enough cards in here to make it almost a value. Like, you'll probably make about, at least with the 2 gold players that are going for about, 800-900 coins, you've, almost made up half of the value of the packs. So like I said, all you've got to do is, these are the only packs that I've ever recommended to do with coins. And we're going to open up 5 right now to end the video. But if you guys have any other questions, anything like that, just let me know in the comments section down below, or message me on Twitter or Instagram. Again, the links are down below. And I stream Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you have any questions, just jump in the chat and let me know, and I'll be happy to answer real time. Okay, guys? So thank you for watching, and bless my pack luck.